that is what the purpose, the broader purpose of this article is. So in that regard, like, yeah, I just play one role in here. But yeah, there's a new New Yorker article that came out finally. When I was going to the Bradley Martyn Zoo Culture Gym, the journalist that was with me for an entire week. And this is like a profile / like a broader analysis about like bro-y content creators and like what the future of the Democrats look like for a lot of people that have felt like the Democratic Party. Do you just cover lib articles about you? What do you mean? The New Yorker magazine is a pretty reputable institution. Like they spent a lot of time and effort putting this together. What do you mean? Yeah, I was getting shadowed by Andrew Pretz, who wrote the article. You are not leaning them left. What do you mean? Like New Yorker magazine readers? I'm not leaning them left by a profile. Is that what you're saying? Bake frame. Good luck to your endeavors on doing agitated propaganda on your own. I'm sure that you will report back with the endless success that you have done in this field. Okay. Thank you for instilling class consciousness by coming into the chat and being like, you're not doing enough. I try, you know, I hope you are too. I think this right here is probably a really good step. It's a step in the right direction in terms of creating class consciousness. I think like immediately all the wages are going to turn around and be like, yeah, we need to rise up. We need to rise up against our masters. And you know who the biggest master is in this circumstance? Some random Twitch streamer that I dislike for not being sufficiently left-leaning. I agree. Thank you. They don't mention you have a huge queer community. It just sounds like a bunch of juiced up dudes. I mean, it's fine. Yeah, Jason made it into the New Yorker article, obviously, and so did Bradley Martyn. This is pretty funny. Jason made it into the New Yorker article. Twitch stars often appear on one another's streams, hoping to pick up some new fans. One afternoon, Piker headed to Zoo Culture, a gym in Encino, owned by a streamer and fitness influencer named Bradley Martyn, to do a collab. It would also feature JasonTheWeen, a 20-year-old Twitch star from Texas who goes by JasonTheWeen. Bradley's a big Trump guy, and we talk politics sometimes, but mostly we just talk about gym bro shit, Piker told me. Jason probably leans Trump, if I had to guess, but his content isn't really political at all. I don't lean towards anyone, Win wrote, when reached for comment. I don't want anything to do with politics. Wait, I didn't say Jason probably leans Trump. That's crazy. That was a misquote. Did I say that? I don't think that at all. By the time we got to the gym, Win was already there, performing for the camera by flirting with a woman on a weight bench. Is Jason rizzing right now, Piker asked? No, I think that was a misunderstanding. I was talking about Bradley, who was leaning for Trump, not Jason. Anyway, yeah. Got to the already there, performing for the camera by flirting with a woman on a weight bench. Is Jason rizzing right now, Piker asked. Martyn, who nodded, is it working? Piker asked the woman. She replied a little bit before she left. She gave Win her Discord. I listened to the whole thing. It's actually not very clear if it's positive or negative on you. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, not everyone is going to write glaze articles, dude. It's okay. There's always going to be some parts of it that are like misquoted, you know? It's, dude, you have to remember this is, you have to remember like this is over the course of like a week. I was shadowed for an entire week. Yeah, you're missing one thing. This article is mainly about losing the white young men voter base. Exactly. Here's the thing. My perspective, my advocacy, my worldview is outside of the confines of permissible speech in mainstream media. Okay? It directly goes against it. It directly contradicts a lot of mainstream media narratives because mainstream media is a firm, committed part of manufacturing consent and upholding capitalist hierarchies, upholding the State Department's agendas. So in that regard, any kind of even neutral coverage with like some slight, subtle, underhanded remarks baked into it is still very good. My expectation is never that I'm going to get like incredibly positive coverage, and your expectation shouldn't be that either. You need to understand like the broader goals of the article also have to be something you factor into this. Like the broader goals of this article, especially in this current media landscape, is about how the white men have left the Democratic Party, like the dissuaded white men who feel jaded, who feel angry at the Democratic Party, like where are they? And can they actually turn back to progressive politics, or are they gone for good? Like that is what the purpose, the broader purpose of this article is. So in that regard, like, yeah, I just play one role in here. I play a tiny marginal role in this process. Editors also, yeah, there is a thing called editors that will greatly change the dynamic of an article. It's like kind of thing. An article that might have been written by a fan journalist, for example, it can still be a rather contentious article if the editors themselves decide to change the direction of the article. Jade Tank got auto timed out by Fossabot because their statement was too long. For years, my impression of you was one based entirely on clips. Ended up actually hearing you out for the first time by accident in a BoyBoy video. Didn't even realize it was political at first. Only knew it from IDidathing. Had it on in the background and thought everything being said was reasonable, verifiable, and well explained. Then realized it was coming from the guy I was told to hate. Decided to actually give you a fair shake, and I've totally come around. Thanks for doing what you do. That's so funny. I love that. Thank you for being charitable and also coming in here and listening to what I had to say. But it is also very funny when I have like haters who then like IDidathing and BoyBoy, who are very good friends of mine. And not only that, but are literally more openly radical than me in terms of foreign policy, like outwardly more radical than me. Those dudes went to North Korea. I love that. It's awesome to see the hater pipeline turning into a pipeline that ends up yielding, people that initially might have hated me, but now don't hate me, and they realize that they've been lied to. I freed the chatter already. It's just they got auto timed out by Fossabot. Personal news wise, I ended the broadcast last night. I was very tired. This morning I woke up early and drove all the way down to Venice so that I could do a podcast with Alana Lansy Bear on Instagram. Alana Hadid is one of the Hadid sisters. She is one of the co-owners of Watermelon Pictures. They do a lot of pro-Palestinian movie releases, things of that nature. She's wonderful. She's brilliant. And I went on her podcast. That's going to be out soon, but that's what I was filming. So this morning I couldn't go and do my regular grass touching. I'm a little upset about that, but it is what it is. Where was I? I know Speed is going to China. I know. What is this? Oh, I already retweeted this. I know, dude. I know. IShowSpeed's going to China before me. I know. Don't even get me started, all right? Don't even get me started. I know. I'm very jealous. What? I can't believe you're in attendance for your best friend's attorney right now. What the f? WillNeff can't stream tonight. He's playing point guard at High Point. Oh my God, that does look like Will. What the f? What is this? I saw a clip that made me feel really sad about the path Ethan decided to go down instead of following what he says in the clip.
I don't want to talk about this whole conflict anymore, really, at all, ever. And I'm frankly also thinking about putting something that I need to discuss with Hasan, but I do feel like I'm probably going to pause leftovers for the time being. You know what I mean?
Okay, Ethan.
Because you know what I mean? It's just, I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's it. And it sounds like a lot of y'all don't want me to talk about it either.
Fuck. Fair.
So with all that being said, I shall go suffer at home in silence with worms infecting my eye sockets, and I will just sit at home and stare at the wall in silence and in dark.
I think one of the craziest parts about this is that if he unironically stopped talking about Israel, like completely, if he was just like, I can't do this, you are the most deluded human in existence. I hope your downturn continues, bucko. Thanks, bucko. If a perfect victim confronted him, would it be enough to break through? No, I don't think so. My man said bucko, dude. That's crazy. Up yours, woke moralist. Anyway, if he had unironically stopped talking about Israel and like tuned that shit out and just went back to goofs and gaffs, I'm sure that he wouldn't have like kept getting pushback from his audience that were like obviously at odds with what he was saying and were tuning in, expecting him to like change his trajectory and his commentary on the matter. But instead he just kept doubling down, KFC double down style every day, you know? And now it's just like look at this. Look. What happened? Did Asmongold just sign off or something? Is that what's going on? Or wait, we're getting a bunch of silly comments. Hold on. Let's go to YouTube. Where is it? Nope, nothing there. So maybe not. Usually when I get a new flow of comments coming in from a place, like it's either Asmongold or Ethan Klein, but it doesn't seem like he's made a video. Oh, what in the actual? Oh, he did. Never mind. 109,000 views 47 minutes ago.
Obsessed. What is this here?
Sue him. Really, I mean it. Just sue him. Problem solved. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Never mind. Clocked it. Like clockwork, baby. The moment that I see like insane shit, the moment that I see insane shit in the chat of people being like, honestly, you're a loving piece of shit. I know that like someone made a video. Okay. Someone made a video. Might have been Asmongold, might have been Ethan. But somebody out there made a video and uploaded it. And then those guys watched a 2-minute video and immediately came in to be like, I'll show you. I'll show you, sir. Let me tell you. Okay. I'll freaking show you what's what, bucko.